take my daughter to a birthday party. She's old enough where they can kind of drop off at this point.
Yeah.
And there's this guy I keep seeing at the different parties. His son, my daughter like each other. They go to the same preschool, blah, blah, blah. One day he's like, do you want to hang around here? Do you want to go next door and grab a beer? I'm like, what do you think? There's a game. Let's go. So we go next door, and, I just know his name. That's all I really know. So we sit down and start talking, and it turns out he runs a music library, a pretty big one in New York City. I'm a composer. Oh, that's amazing. Have you ever written any production music? And I said, yeah, I've been trying to. And one thing led to another. Says, well, why don't you send me some stuff? So I sent him some stuff. He had mostly good things to say, but he also said, here's what I think you could do to make it better. Took his advice, kept sending him stuff, kept working with him. And finally he said, well, let's do an album. And that was 2008. And I still get paid for stuff on that record.
It's awesome.
Today. I mean, it's crazy. I still see it on my statement.
Yep.
And I still work with him. I just finished, I was mentioning in our sort of pre-interview, this year I did 6 albums for 3 different libraries. Awesome. And that library was one of them. It's been great. I love doing it, making more music than I ever made in my life. I think it's all better music than it's ever been. And I'm happy to be with That Pitch, sending tracks into you guys.
What a guy.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't had enough time to really take advantage of it as much as I intended to, but I hang in because I know I'm eventually going to get, a couple of weeks where I don't have a project, and I'm going to churn some stuff out, and it'll land there for you. So
that's the thing. It's like the way that I kind of approach, forget about the term production music or what, commercial music, whatever. At the end of the day, every single track, whether it's for film, whether it's for an artist project, whatever, people who put out a lot of music make money from it. You don't have to have a track that gets 1 million plays a month that makes you like what, 3 or 4 grand. You could have 100 tracks that are doing like 10,000 plays per month or whatever. That's like way easier to do, and when people kind of just keep it all to themselves and they don't work with it, they don't work the catalog, so to speak. They're surprised when nothing is made. But at the end of the day, it's like, just make a lot of music. You don't have to, just figure out what's right for you in whatever time you have available. There's some people that are comfortable clocking in and writing 10 hours a day. That's never been me, to be honest with you. Like, I would be lying telling anybody here that I'm a studio rat. I'm definitely not. Like, if you meet any of my friends here, I'm like the guy who's always at coffee shops, always going from place to place. I can't stay in one place. If I'm stuck in a studio all day, I'll lose it. Like, one of my buddies, he was doing a documentary for our friend Loot. He's a rapper on Dreamville, J. Cole's label. And they were doing like a documentary thing for, I think it was like 2 hours at GAT3, which is a big studio here. And he hit me up and he's like, hey man, do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, I do. But I also have like this other stuff I got going on, but I'll hang out with Loot and you like another time. I fucking love you guys. But like, I don't want to be in the studio all day. Yeah. And I think when you're pursuing music in any capacity, we're trained. Maybe you feel the same, but I feel like we're expected to be studio rats. We're expected to give our all and give absolutely everything and sacrifice everything for a hit or whatever. And it's like, it doesn't fucking matter. It's just like, however it fits into your lifestyle, that's as much validation as you need. As long as you're happy with it.
Yeah.
Cool.